applause. Thank you everyone. And we're here because of one person, Maxime Bernier, who started this party in 2018. And I have to say, we are grateful that he did start that because of what happened in the last 2 years. We were locked down. We were called non-essential Canadians. We had those mandates that infringed upon our Charter of Rights, our Bill of Rights, and our Constitution. And now we have someone that can fight for us in the House of Commons. That's for you. So I'm not going to talk any further because I know you want to hear Max. He's a great speaker. So, Max.
Merci, Michelle. Thank you very much. First, I must thank you very much for taking the time. It's a nice day, a nice Saturday. And yes, I'm doing a tour in Atlantic Canada. As you know, I'm not able to go to Newfoundland because I cannot travel by fly. I cannot fly, I cannot take a plane. But I'm fighting also. I'm fighting that discrimination and segregation that Justin Trudeau is imposing to us. But that being said, the most important is I want to thank you because I recognize some people, a lot of you, that were there in the beginning of that pandemic in 2020, outside on the street and protesting because you knew that it was not Canadians, it was not respecting our Charter of Rights, these lockdowns, stay-at-home order, and all that discrimination across the country. And because of you, we were able to grow our movement. Maybe we were 2 years ago only 5 or 7% of the population, and now we were able to expand. And we had that freedom rally in Ottawa, freedom convoy with the truckers, and they gave us hope. Yes, thanks to the truckers. And that is showing us that when we are together and fight together for an important cause, the cause of freedom, we can win. And we did win because after that freedom convoy, Saskatchewan, Alberta started to end their mandates, and after that other provinces. And actually the last one is my own province in Quebec. It's supposed to be the Freedom Day today in Quebec because that's the first day where the masks are not mandated right now in Quebec. So it's a little bit late. It's about time. So I'm not alone here in Nova Scotia today and in Halifax. As you know, the Conservative Party of Canada, they are having their leadership contest, and now they're all conservatives. They are speaking like a real conservatives. But like I said, when I left that party in 2018, I said that party, the Conservative Party of Canada, is morally and intellectually corrupt. And I believe that I was right at that time. And I believe that I'm always right today. Because look at them. We didn't have opposition. We didn't have any opposition to everything that Justin Trudeau did the last 2 years. And Justin Trudeau was able to impose his views and draconian measures. But the Conservative approve everything. Why? It's simple. Because the Conservative, the Liberals, are establishment political parties that are doing politics not based on conviction, not based on principle. They are doing politics based on survey and polling and focus group. So remember, in the beginning of the pandemic, because of the propaganda and the fear, about 60-70% of the population agreed with that. When we had our stay-at-home orders and curfew in Montreal in 2020, they did a survey at that time, and 70% of the population said that's okay, they wanted more because of that fear. That's why the Conservatives didn't speak against that. because they always do politics based on poll and focus group. And now, what is happening? Because you were there and you spoke to your friends and your family and more people, and you know, the common sense will always prevail, and the common sense now is with us. So it's more popular to be a freedom fighters. And now they're speaking about freedom. They're speaking about freedom now, but the question is, where were they the last 2 years? Nowhere to be seen. So it's not because an idea is not popular that that idea is not just and true. And our ideas are just and true. And they will become popular because we will speak about it openly with passion and conviction, and we will be able to win that battle of ideas, to have that common sense revolution, that freedom revolution that started 2 years ago. And now we have 3 years to speak with our friends about our values. And you know that we are doing politics differently, because popular or not, we have conviction. And we know that we have the best vision for this country, and we are proud to speak about it. We know that we must respect our constitution, not interfering in provincial jurisdiction, respect our freedom of rights and our charter of rights. So that's us, and that's why we're doing politics. And this party has been built on 4 principles that we will always respect, and we will never do any compromise with our principle. If they're not popular, that's a nice challenge, because we'll speak more louder, and the more we'll speak about what we believe, the more support we will have. And you can go back. We started that party in 2018 at 0%, 2019 1.6%, the last election 5%. The next election we may triple our score like we did, from 1.6 to 5. It may be from 5 to 15, I don't know. But what I can tell you, we will have a freedom voice in Parliament, and we will start that freedom revolution in Parliament. You can count on me, and I believe that I can count on you too. That's our way to do politics, based on convictions, individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect and fairness. And our platform is always the same, and that will be always the same. We won't change until we win. That's the opposite of the mainstream political parties. They're doing focus group every time, and specifically just before an election. And they want to know what you want to hear, and they will repeat that without any conviction, and they may do the opposite when they will be in government. That's why they're having a new platform every election. For us, we don't do that. We won't do that, because we believe that when you have a government in Ottawa that is smarter, that won't interfere in our day-to-day life, that's the best government. And actually, our challenge today, we have 2 big challenges. The first one is the economy, as you know, and inflation. Yes, we must fight that, and we will. That's too important. We are losing our purchasing power. We are losing our standard of living because of that inflation that it's supposed to be at 6.7%. But you know, like me, that the real inflation, the day-to-day inflation, when you're doing your grocery, it's about 12 to 15%. We need to fight that, and the only way to fight that is to stop doing this deficit in Ottawa, because when you have a huge deficit in Ottawa, that's the Bank of Canada. The Bank of Canada is printing money out of thin air, and as you know, when you have more money chasing fewer goods, you have inflation, and that's what is happening. We have inflation because of this deficit and because of the Bank of Canada. We have the solution for that. We must say to the Bank of Canada, no inflation anymore, because they have a target of 2% inflation every year. 20% inflation is bad, 15% inflation is bad, 2% inflation is bad. They must have a target of 0% inflation, and like that we will preserve our purchasing power and our standard of living will go up. But the other battle that the conservative won't do, they won't do that battle. That's the battle against the wokeism and the socialism and the globalists. They want to impose on us their vision of the society. For example, the World Health Organization. There's a new treaty right now that our country will sign, and the conservatives are not speaking about that. We don't need the World Health Organization telling us what to do. They did that the last 2 years, and that was a disaster. We need to be independent. We need to be sovereign as a country. We must put our country first, Canada first. But Bodiev and all these candidates for the leadership won't speak against that. They won't speak also against the UN. We are giving more than $1 billion every year to the UN. For what? For more socialism. For what? For mass immigration. 450,000 immigrants that are coming here every year. That's the population of your province, of Nova Scotia in Canada, every 2 years. A new Nova Scotia in our country every 2 years. We don't want mass immigration. We want sustainable immigration. That's why we won't sign the UN Compact for Migration. But the conservatives and the liberals, they're okay with that. They're okay with the UN. No, I'm not. I believe in this country. I believe in our people. That's why we are doing politics for Canadians. That's why the name of our party is the People's Party of Canada. We want to work with you, for our country, and not for the UN or the World Economic Forum or all these international institutions that want to impose their vision on us, their socialist vision, their world order with one government. No, we must be able to decide here in Canada what is good for Canadians. That's our vision, a vision of a strong country that will be there for our people and not for international organizations. We need to bring back that money home. We need to take that money, $5 billion that we are giving in foreign aid. That must come back home. We are broke. We don't have any money now. We are spending money to fight climate change in Africa. Do you really believe that these dictatorships in Africa will take that money to fight climate change? No. Let's have common sense, and if you do that, we will be able to balance the budget without increasing your taxes, and after that, we will be able to give you more of your own money in your own pockets. And speaking about freedom, you know, for us, it is not new. You know, I'm not a career politician like Pierre Bodiev. Pierre was elected at 25 years old, never worked in the private sector. I was elected at 43 years old. I worked 19 years in the financial sector in Montreal, and I won in politics in 2006 to fight for freedom. What I was saying at that time, I was speaking about freedom, and people were looking at me, Maxime, we are in a free country. What do you mean? I was saying at that time, when 100% of your salary is going to the municipal, provincial, and federal governments for the first 6 months of the year, all your taxes that you're paying is going to these governments. You are not free. Your freedom day is the 1st of July. The 1st of July, you can keep 100% of your salary. But before that, the government is telling you, you can do what you want in your life, but the first 6 months of the year, I will take all your salary. You know, that's like being a slave. You do what you want, but the government is taking all your money for the first 6 months. and you're free the 1st of July. You can keep all your money until December. I was saying that at that time. When you have too much government in your pockets, you don't have your freedom. You cannot do what you want to do with your life. You cannot walk in line with your priorities as a Canadian. That was what I was saying in 2006. And now more people understand that we are not in a free country anymore. And I can tell you, I'm here because, like you, I want to regain our country. I want to see Canada like our country that we love, the country that we want to be able to have a family. And actually right now that battle, it's a battle to keep our real conservative values, our Western civilization values, to be sure that at school they won't say your little boy may be a little girl. That's not based on science, that's BS. So that us, the PPC, People's Party of Canada, so what I'm asking you, we had 840,000 people that voted for us at the last election, with 5% of the vote. If each one of you find 10 new people, 10 new persons that will support us, we will be at 8 million votes. And by the way, you have 3 years to do that, so I believe that it's doable. And if we have 8 million votes, we'll be at 20%. Yes, that party will grow, we'll have a freedom voice in Ottawa, and we will start that common sense debate in Ottawa. And I can tell you that the mainstream media won't be able to ignore us anymore. They won't be, because we'll be in Parliament, and that will be fun. And I can tell you also that before the next election, when we'll have a national debate on TV, CBC, CTV, and Global, I was not there at the last election because they were afraid. They're afraid of the truth based on facts and didn't want me, knowing that if I have more visibility, we'll have more people coming on our side. And they said to be part of these debates, for a new leader in a new party, you needed to have 4% of the vote. And as you know, at the first election, we had 1.6%. But last one, 5%. So for sure, I will be on the stage, I will debate, and that will be fun, because that will be a real debate. So, I won't take too much of your time. I will be with you, and my main message is be part of the change, be the change, be with us, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. I have faith that you have the ability, the dignity, and the right to make your own decisions and determine your own destiny without a big fat government in Ottawa that will tell you what to do or what not to do. We want to be in a free country, a freer country, and like that, that country, our country, will be more prosperous. So if you're not a member of the People's Party, you can go on our website, help us, and don't forget, you have 3 years to find 10% that don't know about our party, and I want you to, if you want to know more about the PPC, go on our website, read our platform. That platform will be the same one in the next election. So that's why I can campaign all across the country by car. Because it's the same platform. The conservative and the liberal cannot, because they don't know what will be your priority in 3 years. They have to do some polling before that. But I can. I will always say the same thing. So that's why you can count on us. We won't change, and we won't do any compromise with our principles. That is us, and that's why I'm very proud to be part of the team with you that will start that freedom revolution in our country. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we have some more swag.
Freedom, 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 freedom.
I just wanted to remind you, Adrian from headquarters in Ottawa, he brought more swag. So if you need T-shirts, I think we're out of hats though, right?
Yeah, we were too popular.
Too popular. The purple is popular. And also we have our EDA president here for HRM, and he would like to say a few words for membership. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who's come this afternoon and been part of this. It's been great energy. So get some more food if you haven't had a burger, if you haven't had a hot dog. There's pop, there's juice. If you want a membership, if you are not currently a member, we have membership sheets here at the table. It's $10 for a year, $35 for 5 years. So you can get a membership here very easily. If you leave here without a membership, no problem. You can buy one online at peoplespartyofcanada.ca. You can also visit our local regional association website, halifaxregionalppc.ca. So we've got a telephone number on there, email address. We have a newsletter, and I know that there are people that are not getting our local email blasts, and so just fire us an email, say we'd like to subscribe, and we'll make that happen. So thank you very much for everyone coming. Thank you so much to Max for being here. It's been great. We look forward to you speaking tonight. Yeah, and all the proceeds of any swag that you purchase or memberships, that is staying with our local association. So the Halifax Regional PPC Association, we are building a war chest for the next time that there is an election. So that money will go to campaigns for Dartmouth Cole Harbour, Halifax, Halifax West, and Sackville Crescent Chesapeake, so that we can put up a good fight. Yeah, thank you very much.